Catherine, if you could sit down privately with some of today's policymakers, what's one truth about schooling that you'd like them to hear calmly and carefully?
That they shouldn't follow their initial compassion. People often think, I'm a good person for not giving them the detention. I'm a good person for not insisting that they wear the uniform. That's just wrong. Actually, you're a bad person. It's much harder to give the detention than it is to let the kid off. And so, if you only ever do what makes you feel good and what makes you look good, you're doing the wrong things. The right thing never makes you look good. Doing the right thing, this is just a rule for life. The right thing never makes you look good. It never makes you feel good, right? You've
Mm,
got to do what's hard. And what's hard will make you uncomfortable. And
mm.
politicians too often do what makes them feel good in the moment. And then they think, look at me, I'm such a nice person. When actually, in the long term, you're actually hurting these kids. And so that is what I'd say to them. The teacher in the classroom needs to do what's hard and give them the detention. The policymakers need to do what's hard and make it so that schools can do what we can do, what we do, which is to hold kids to account, to have strict discipline, to have traditional teaching methods. You know, the idea of making teaching fun and interactive, it makes us all think, oh, that feels great for us. And it looks good. Kids put post-it notes on each other's foreheads and they run around the classroom and, oh, this is great. We're all enjoying ourselves. Yeah, it makes everybody feel good. At the end, they haven't learned anything, right? So it's what you said, actually. You said earlier about people remember how they feel. Well, yeah, you can remember what you felt. It's great. It's lots of fun. But did you learn anything? And I think what matters is whether or not you learned something. Because if you didn't learn anything, and that's lesson after lesson after lesson, you're never learning anything, then if you come from a certain kind of background, you will end up functionally illiterate and functionally innumerate. Now, if you come from a more middle class background, the middle class family can make up for that. But I also just think to them, wouldn't it have been better had they learned something? Right? So the problem that we all have is that we assume that learning is miserable. We
Oh,
assume that to make kids have fun in a classroom, it means you have to not really learn. You have to make it interactive and entertaining. And that means they're not learning very much. Okay. Interactive entertaining means they don't learn very much. If you teach in a more traditional way, then the kids actually get involved in the content and they love the content and they learn more and more. So that's what I would say to the teachers who are listening, that
mhm.
be brave, do what's going to teach them more as opposed to what's so-called engaging and fun and relevant.
That's so important.